Hello Libra, thank you for coming back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber, but if you're new to the channel, thank you for coming, yes, please don't forget to like and share or like and subscribe. Alright, so I've already shuffled and laid out the cards. I use the 12 houses of the zodiac, and then as the cards are appearing in each house, then those are the elements that are coming into bear for you. So now in your first house we have Saturn return age. So the first house is everything to do with yourself, your personal, your personal independence, how you're making your way outward in the world. It's also your physical body, it's your appearance, your personality and your characteristics, self-oriented interests, everything to do with the self, yourself. And it's also what you project outward to others, what they see when they see you. And this can change throughout your life as well. So it's what you project, what people see, and everything to do with yourself, even your physical vitality and just what you're projecting at any given time. So with Saturn return age, this is Saturn does two major revolutions in a person's, usually in a person's life. So what this brings in is it's kind of it's wisdom and understanding and maturity. That's what it should be bringing in for you. So it's a time of introspection and a time of looking back perhaps at what has gone on and figuring out what has worked, what hasn't worked, what has stood the test of time, really, because that's what Saturn's all about. It's all about the passing of time. It's it rules time and age and wisdom and understanding and a whole lot of other things. It's also a very realistic card. So you take a long, hard look at everything in your life, what has been, where you are now, and it's like an assessment of what it is that you need to let go of and what it is that you're going to take with you now going forward. So for some people, this can be very hard. It can be really hard because it's kind of what hasn't worked may be the most prevalent in your life, and you're now looking at it and thinking, well, what do I do now? That hasn't worked. I'm running out of time. I'm getting older, or whatever the case may be. And for some people, it's a kind of, as I said, a time of maturity and wisdom where you can actually take all your life experience and apply it to your current situation. But it's a challenge nonetheless. It's about putting the past behind you as well, which is very important. So it's about correction as well. So as I said, what hasn't worked before has got to go. And then you need to rebuild from there. It's about also, for some people, it's about taking responsibility for your own hopes and dreams and your goals, your ambitions, what you want out of your life, whatever that may be. It's also letting go of illusions. So it's a very realistic look at everything. It can also bring in age issues. So this is to do with the actual physical body. So you could be feeling your age, or you're noticing things now about yourself that perhaps weren't there before, the odd wrinkle or the grey hair or whatever. Or you could just be feeling it in your body. You're feeling older. You're not as fit as you used to be, or you're not as mobile as you used to be. There can be lots of ways coming in for you. It could also be your outlook on life. So you're taking a very strong, hard look at everything, cutting back, and it's almost like a form of austerity. It could also be that you're looking at the future and planning for the future. So age issues. So what do I want to do when I retire? What is my aim now? What can I do now to help me with that later? Things like that. But anything that you achieve at this time, with Saturn in return, anything that you achieve now, anything that you are actually achieving and building a solid foundation will actually be long lasting now. So whatever comes out for you and has come out as solid and sure, then you can, it's going to be permanent. Then in the second house, we have Cancer, I feel. Your second house is your house of income, however you get your income in. It's also the house of your self-worth and your value systems. So those are all kind of integrally connected. So, you may find that your income affects your self-worth and your values, or your self-worth affects your income. They're all interconnected. What you value, who you value, and it's all about possessions as well. So this is everything that you own, all the things in your life that you own. So this can be real estate, land, property, ownership of anything, vehicles, anything like that. It all comes into the second house. So with this card coming in, Cancer, I feel what it's bringing in for you is heightened emotion. So emotion is going to be high. It's sensitivity, very sensitive to what's going on around you. You may be really tuned in, actually, to other people or to circumstances or to trends or whatever is going on in your second house. So this is all about going with your feelings and your intuition. So I feel once you integrate everything that's been going on in your first house, once you start looking at things very carefully and deciding what's working for you and what isn't, and cutting back and changing, then you go into your feelings. Okay, so how do I feel about this? What is my intuition about this? Because it looks like, certainly from an income point of view, there's going to be cycles and fluctuations. It could even be to do, as I say, with your values, what you're valuing, and your ownership. Perhaps your ownership is changing of certain things. So there's cycles, there's fluctuations, there's the past and memories coming in for you. So you may be looking back, which is what Saturn is all about, looking back and realizing that, that hasn't worked, or this old habit which you've had, this repetitive habit which you've kind of fallen into, even if it's a codependency or something like that, just isn't working for you anymore, and you need to change things. So the moon rules our habits, and the moon rules Cancer. Okay, so don't live in the past. You can look back, see what went down, and change it up. This card is also about building resilience. Cancerians are very resilient people. They go through a lot of emotional stuff, but they're very resilient. So that's what you've got to build up now. This card can also bring in issues to do with protection and security. So protection of your assets, what you own, and security thereof, and feeling secure in your environment, feeling secure with your income, all issues around that. Domestic issues may be coming up for you as well. They may need your attention. So redirecting of income towards that, or something to do with that, or it could be something that you value as well. Perhaps it's women's wisdom that's coming in for you, but all issues to do with women. Women's issues, women's wisdom, and how women get along. So you may have a whole lot of women in your home. Perhaps you have daughters, perhaps you have a wife. It's all to do with that. If none of that applies, it could also just be about self-nourishment and self-nurturing, which is very important with Cancer. Cancer is naturally protective, naturally nurturing. So that is about protecting yourself, nurturing yourself in whatever way is right for you. Because when you nurture yourself, then you are able to nurture others as well. It's also to do with food and diet. So that may very well be coming in for you. Perhaps you need to change that up. Perhaps you need to take better care of yourself at this time. And that's going to affect your self-worth and therefore your income and a whole lot of other things. It could also be about buying and selling antiques, old things, so it's to do with the past. Perhaps you're involved in that as well. Possessions to do with that, could be coming in for you. So just be aware that it's going with your feelings and your intuition to ride the waves of, whatever's going on in your second house. Then in your third house, you have part of fortune increase. Lovely card to have in your third house. So your third house is your house of communication. So this is all forms of expression, your forms of expression. So this is written, verbal, online, body language, however you express yourself. And this can be to people in general. It can be in a public space, and it can also be with specific family members. So this is aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, even neighbors come in on this. So communication in general, this house also covers contracts and documents of all kinds because it's written, right? So this house can also cover short trips of all kinds, this is local trips, not international. So with part of fortune increase, that's exactly what it is. This is things landing in your lap. This is really good fortune coming for you. But I feel because it's in your communication house, this is about you and your brand. So you are your brand. So what are you doing to enhance your brand? How are you enhancing your brand at this time? What is your expression? How are you expressing yourself? How are you actually getting your point across? How are you making your way in the world from a communication point of view? So that's all going to be in the spotlight. there's recognition and reward for bringing that yourself to the fore here. It's also, there's a certain element of fate and karmic triggers coming in here, which is going to stir hidden talents in yourself. So you may discover that you have a hidden talent in some form or another with the communication field. And this could be electronic as well, or technology. So something comes to the fore, something gets triggered and it comes to the fore. You discover you have a hidden talent or an ability of some kind, and you need to bring that in to your brand, to enhance your brand, to enhance you as a person and how you express yourself. And you may need to study further or hone that ability in some way. So there's an element of fate in that. This card is also about good flow, very good flow happening around you, to you, from you at this time. Learning, teaching, studying is all highly indicated and well favored at this time. You're going to be resolving conflicts as well. If you've had a conflict or some kind of, could even have been some kind of legal issue or some kind of contract issue, this is a very, very good time to resolve it now. You've got this very powerful card in your corner. It's a very favorable time to express what you need and to overcome obstacles that have been in your path, difficulties, conflicts, anything like that. It's a time of success, popularity, and respect as well. Benefits and gifts are going to land in your lap in some way. It's a card of also being very good with promotional work of all kinds. So this could be work related or project related. But it's a time of moving ahead. It really is a very good, shifting forward. Then in the fourth house, you have Taurus. Your fourth house is your house of home, your physical home, the atmosphere in your home and the people in your home. But it's your home in general. It's also your relationship to your family, your roots, your foundation, your ancestry, your ethnic identity. And this is a big thing for some people. Some people have very good relationship with that and some people don't. So your fourth house governs that, right? So with Taurus, I have coming in, this is actually, it's a very nice card to have in your fourth house. This is about your garden of possibility, literally your garden as well. It could be your physical garden, time to get into the garden, time to actually work physically in the garden. It's going to be wonderfully beneficial for you, but it's also symbolic. It's the garden of possibility. So this is you really planting seeds and growing things that are, very beneficial for in your home. It's really is, it is bringing beauty and abundance into the home, or creating beauty and abundance in your home or for your home, or with your home environment. It's bringing in artistic things, beautifying things. So you could be renovating, you could be changing your home even, because with this card also money matters are very much highlighted. So all things to do with money, accounting, banking. It's a very good time to take out a loan, so possibly a home loan. Numbers and currency are highly indicated. Real estate, property, and investing in all of that. So if you're looking to buy a home or invest in a property at this time, excellent time to do that now. So it's all about that. It's creating stability for you as well. This is a very stabilizing card. It's also the card of sensuous activities in your home. So whether you're making your home more sumptuous, making it your castle, making it beautiful, bringing beautiful things in, beautiful fabrics, making it very comfortable. This is about sensuous activities. This is about sex. It's about home comforts. It's about food. It's about relaxation. So it's about creating all of those lovely, home comforts, lovely things, lovely environment in your home, and like a boudoir almost, a place where you feel, at your very best, and where you feel comforted, and you're enjoying a lot of sensuous activities, and that's the full spectrum of that. So it really is a lovely card to be having at this time in your fourth house. Okay, Libra, looks like a good month for you. Certainly hope you enjoy it. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. And take care, and I will see you next time.